doctor said, quote, I need to find a reason to keep him overnight. Well, it was remdesivir hours later. He only went for oxygen, that's it. He didn't get oxygen for hours. That's a whole other story. Hospitals isolate. The worst thing you can do for any patient is to keep their loved ones away. It took me 5 days to get a call or report and finally to see my husband. It took me 5 more days to get ivermectin. They approved it. They kept saying it's not proven to work, it's not approved, and the pharmacy doesn't have it. They were all lies. He started this day 10 of his admission ivermectin. They kept saying you need to be vented prior to that. Only when he was on high flow for about 40%. They said over and over again, this was the quote, we've done the protocol, there is nothing more we can do. He got ivermectin and within 12 hours he could talk, he could sit up, he could eat, he shaved, his color was great. And then after 3 days of ivermectin, which no one gave credit for, and the doctor was probably fired for giving ivermectin, 3 days later they said, you're going home in a day or two. He was down to 6 liters of oxygen. From 100% high flow, you're not going to make it, you're going to die, to 6 liters of oxygen. Then he had a shortness of breath episode. He had it every morning, and you had to talk him down. The anxiety of a patient that can't breathe, I don't understand it, but it has to be just horrible. As he did every morning. But the nurse, as he did the button, and he did the button over and over again, they were at lunch. No one was there. So then he had to start screaming for people. After that, they stopped the ivermectin. They were hard and strong, and they said, we're not doing it anymore. After it worked, after he was healed, that's what he said. About 10 days later, he died after that. He saw body bags pass his room daily. One day he said, I've seen 5. Please tell them to close my blinds. RNs and doctors said there is nothing more we can do. Ivermectin worked dramatically. After 3 days on ivermectin, he was off. I said that already. And the high flow was only on 6 liters. I said that already. They pressured him to be vented from day 5. He was there for 27 days. They thought he wouldn't make it, and they treated him that way. In the end, he couldn't get ice, water, or food the last 5 days before he was vented. The government tells you what to prescribe, and they give you bonuses for that. My husband's bill was over $500,000, and the hospital received at least $100,000 on top of that. The ICU doctor told me, quote, I'm doing what the FDA, CDC, and what this hospital has told me to do. That's sick. We trust doctors to be doctors. I trusted doctors when I drove my husband to the death chamber. That's what I consider it. The doctors are threatened to lose their licenses, and pharmacists are too if they go against the protocol. Let doctors be doctors. They wouldn't even allow him high-dose IV vitamins. The majority of the staff were dismissive, and my husband, and they were discouraging. If you see organs failing early, why are you not treating that? All due respect, I have sat here today, and I